It was a morning like any other. Han, a beautiful blonde farmer, walked between the golden stalks of her wheat field. The sun warmed her hair, and the breeze gently lifted her dress. But something caught her eye. Hidden among the wheat, there was a dog, a husky, limping and trembling. Without hesitation, Han approached carefully. The dog was scared, but didn't growl. His blue eyes stared at her with both pain and trust. Han knelt down and offered her hand. "It's okay," she whispered. Slowly, the dog allowed her to touch him. There was a wound on his front right leg, deep, but not fresh. Han gently carried the dog to her country home. The fireplace was lit, and the scent of burning wood filled the room. She prepared water and carefully cleaned the wound. The husky, exhausted, lay down near the fire. Han covered him with a blanket and stayed by his side, watching over him like a guardian. Days passed. The dog started to trust her. Han named him Aki. When she worked in the fields, Aki followed her from a distance, limping less each day. At night, he slept at the foot of her bed. A silent bond was forming between them, made of glances, quiet gestures, and the kind of loyalty that doesn't need words. One afternoon, Han noticed Aki staring silently at the forest. His ears were up, his body tense. It was as if he sensed something in the air. Han walked closer, but Aki didn't move. He remained still, eyes locked on the trees. Something was coming, something that would change everything. That evening, Han found Aki near the window, still facing the forest. She decided to go outside with him, carrying a lantern. They walked through the fields until they reached the edge of the trees. Aki stopped there, sniffing the air, restless. Han felt a shiver down her spine, but saw nothing. The next morning, Aki didn't eat. He stayed close to Han, as if trying to protect her. She stroked his back gently. "What is it, my friend?" she whispered. That day, he never left the field. And when the sun set, distant howls rose with the wind, long, haunting, and cold. At dawn, Aki barked loudly, waking Han. Something moved at the edge of the field, a shape, maybe an animal. When Han stepped outside, there was nothing, only fresh tracks in the damp soil. She returned inside, heart heavy. The danger was near now, and it was waiting. Han was in the field, the sun high above her. Aki was resting on the porch. She was inspecting the wheat when a sudden growl froze her. She turned. A lone wolf stared at her, eyes locked onto hers. Then, two more appeared. Han took a step back. It had begun. Han turned on all the lights around the house. Aki lay on the doorstep, alert. During the night, Han woke up several times, hearing steps in the wheat. Each time she stepped outside, she saw nothing, just the golden stalk swaying, as if someone had just passed through. Han stepped back slowly, careful not to turn her back to the wolves. Their eyes gleamed under the sunlight. They didn't look hungry, they looked determined. When the first one moved, Han ran. She shouted Aki's name. From the porch, the dog leapt like a bolt of lightning, straight toward the field. Aki threw himself into the wolves without hesitation. His injured body didn't stop him. Han ran toward the house, but stumbled in the wheat. She could hear the snarls, the fight. She turned and saw Aki standing his ground, growling with every bit of strength he had. He was alone, but he wasn't afraid. Han got up and ran to the barn. There, she kept a stick used to scare off wild boars. She grabbed it and ran back, yelling to distract the wolves. One turned toward her, ready to pounce. Aki seized the chance to bite the side of another. The fight was brutal and fast. The stick struck one of the wolves, who yelped and backed away. But three still remained. Aki was bleeding. Han was gasping for air. The field was a mess, stalks crushed under the chaos. Han screamed again, louder, until one of the wolves stepped back. The balance was shifting. Han brought Aki inside, washed him gently, and treated every wound. He didn't complain, he just looked at her with eyes full of trust. She spoke softly to him, the way you speak to someone who has saved your life. Outside, the sun was setting slowly, painting the sky with orange and silence. In the days that followed, Han never left Aki's side. They slept together, worked together. The field felt different now, as if it had been cleansed. The wolves never returned, and in the nearby village, everyone spoke of the courage of the woman and her extraordinary dog. Han planted a tree at the edge of the field, exactly where Aki had faced the pack. She called it the Tree of Loyalty. Every day, she left a flower there quietly. It was her way of saying thank you without words for everything Aki had done for her. With one final cry, Han charged into the group. The wolves, surprised, scattered. Aki staggered but moved toward her. Han hugged him tightly, tears streaming down her face. The field fell silent again. The air smelled of soil and fear, but they were alive, together. And that was enough. The years passed, but Aki stayed with Han. They grew old together, like two souls forever intertwined. When he could no longer run, she pulled him along in a small cart. Wherever she went, Aki was there. They had become a legend to names spoken with respect and quietude. When Aki passed away, Han planted another tree next to the first. Now you're together, she whispered. The two trees grew strong and close, their roots intertwined underground. Han kept living and loving, but every evening she sat between those trees. And in that quiet place, she was never alone.